Let's see how you can create checkbox easily using Python Tkinter. On my screen, you can see an app which has got a checkbox where it is asking me, do you agree to all terms and conditions? Let's say I'm going to click on this and going to hit on submit. It prompted me a message stating data submitted. If you look at my Excel file, you see the entire data has appeared, including the agree box with the value 1 means agreed. So this is quite interesting, right? So let's see how this checkbox can be created using Python Tkinter. Alright, so until now you have seen this specific app being created. Now we would like to add a checkbox below this. So how to do that? Let's see it. Before this submit button, let me write for checkbox. Okay, what is the code we have to write for checkbox? Now the very first thing, we will create a variable for the checkbox. So here I would like to display agree value, right? Agree checkbox. So whether you would like to agree with the conditions or not. So I'm giving a variable name called agree checkbox. Now the very first thing, you should know the module that we are going to use. So we can go with the TTK module. Earlier we have imported, right, in the previous video. The same TTK module, I am going to use it. So TTK dot, and then for the checkbox simply type check. C should be capital and this is the check button. Now within parenthesis, I wanted to keep it within the application window, that is my root, which we have already seen. So root is my application window. So here I'm saying keep it inside the root, and what is the value it should show, right? What is the value it should show? So for that there is something called text. So let's say I would like to write, do you agree with terms and conditions? Okay, so this is the value or the text I would like to show. Now after this, simply use this checkbox name dot and say pack. So packing means what? Keeping it in a specific position. So we would like to keep it onto the very left side of the app with the padx 10. That means a gap of 10. West dot w means west. Okay, so all of this keep revising as I've already taught it in the previous videos, but still I'm trying to say it so that you can recap. So this is done. So very much we are done. If you run this specific code, you will be able to see this specific option has come. Do you agree with the terms and conditions? Now there is a small correction we can do. You can see it is very close to the text box. I want to give a little gap there. So if you would like to give little gap there, all you have to write comma pad y. So x-axis and y-axis, right? So simply pad y means y-axis, and I would like to give a gap of, let's say, 5. Now let's see if it is appearing properly. Now if you run it, yeah, there is a bit of gap been given. So great, that looks fine. Now the next question that comes to the mind, okay Rakesh, the moment I hit on this, that means I have checked it. If I don't check it, it will be remaining like this. The moment I check it, how can I know if a user has checked or not? That is the important question we have. Now to do that, we will create a variable on top of this called agree underscore value. So what is the value? If he has checked, then what should be the value? If he has not checked, what should be the value? Now here I am going to introduce you to a very important variable of Tkinter, that is called Tkinter dot int variable. That means when I am checking, remember these 2 points, you will remember. So if it stays unchecked, the value of the variable will be 0. If you check it, then the value of the variable becomes 1. That is why we have created a variable here called agree.value. You can give any name, and we are using this method tkinter.int variable. That means this variable will be able to carry the value of the checkbox. Whatever the value is the checkbox. If it is checked, then the value will become 1. If it stays unchecked, then the value will remain as 0. So that is why you are using this method called tkinter.int variable. Okay, make a note of this. Very important class that we are using, int variable class. Okay, all right. So once this is done, now you have a question, Rakesh, this is a separate variable, right? So how it knows that what is happening in this line where the checkbox got created and this has been shown. So how it knows? So yeah, you are right. For it to know, we will use a parameter called variable equals to, and I'm going to passing this special variable that we have created. What is the special variable name? Agree underscore value. Now this variable has a capability of understanding whether your checkbox is checked or not. If it is checked, then the value will become 1. If it remains unchecked, then the default value will remain 0. Getting it? That is how you define it. Once you have defined, you will be hitting on the submit button. Once you hit the submit button, what happens? The submit button calls the function on click submit. Okay. So on the top, I have written the function called on click submit. Now here, let's see whether I am getting that value or not. So for example, if I say print, okay, and I'm going to use that variable called agree underscore value. So I would like to see whether this variable has the value or not. So for that, simply use the get function. Okay, get function has to be used. Let me run this particular code. Okay, now let's just see that if it is printing the value here. Okay, so hit on submit. Now you can see, because I checked, it has got a value of 1. Do you see? Okay, what if I'm going to uncheck and hit on submit, then the value is 0. Getting it? So the values are coming perfectly fine. Now the next thing comes to our mind, okay, what if I would like to write to an Excel file? So how to write to an Excel file? This entire condition I have taught in this video. Now let's see how I can implement this value also. I'll create a variable called agree, and I'm going to use the agree underscore value variable from the below and use the get function. Okay, now this agree variable will contain the value 1 or 2. When we would like to write, we would like to write only when the value of agree is equals to 1. Then only I would like to write, and I would like to write here, so I'll simply pass it here saying agree. So all of this, if it becomes, you are not able to understand this, I would highly recommend you to watch this video, Excel integration video. All right, so now I have written all of this. Now let's see if the values are really getting returned to the so let me close all of it. Let me save this and run it again. So let me enter the value. Let me enter some other value. Let's say Mohan Kumar, Mohan @test874.com, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. Select a branch. So I will select, let's say he's from mechanical branch. Do you agree with the conditions? I'm going to hit on submit. So here I got a prompt saying data submitted. So let's see the Excel file. Now if you look at my Excel file, it has carried all the values of that app and stored in the Excel file. Let's say instead of 1, you would like to write yes, agree, yes or no. So how can you implement that? How can you really implement that? It is through your condition here. For example, I would like to write yes. Instead of the agree variable, I can simply pass the value something like this. Yes. Okay. Only when the condition meets, it will come inside and it will write yes. So that means he must agree to the condition, until otherwise he cannot proceed. Getting it? So that's where I'm saying he has to agree. So if you need that value, something written instead of a number, you can define something like this, or we can think of multiple various improved way of doing the same thing. So thank you guys for watching. Your support is very much required. Please do subscribe to the channel and leave a comment on every video that you are watching. Simply say done. Give it a like and do share with your friends who would like to learn from our channel. Thank you again. You have a great day.